Tag TV brings you daily news bulletin from India. Breaking news and views from India.
You're watching South Asia Newsline, and here are the top stories we are tracking for you on Thursday, the 19th of February. PM Modi calls for democratization of AI, outlines Manav vision. Bangladesh's new Prime Minister pledges price stability. And Nepal's former king questions election as solution to political crisis. And now for all the details. India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Thursday in his address at the AI Impact Summit called for the democratization of artificial intelligence and unveiled India's human-centric Manav vision. He urged global leaders to ensure AI remains inclusive, accountable and firmly under human control. We have a report.
India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Thursday outlined India's vision for a human-centric AI ecosystem, calling for the democratization of the technology as he welcomed world leaders to the AI Impact Summit in New Delhi. Warning against reducing people to mere data points, he unveiled India's Manav vision framework, focused on ethics, accountability, national data sovereignty, accessibility and legal validity. Modi urged global leaders to keep AI inclusive, responsible and under human control, with a focus on benefiting the global south. He positioned India as a hub for affordable, scalable AI, urging innovators to design in India and deliver to the world.
लेकिन वर्तमान में AI टेक्नोलॉजी सबके लिए सुलभ हो, सबकी पहुंच में हो, ये हमारा लक्ष्य होना चाहिए। इसलिए आज जब हम AI के फ्यूचर पर चर्चा कर रहे हैं, तो हमें ग्लोबल साउथ की आकांक्षाओं और प्राथमिकताओं को भी AI गवर्नेंस के केंद्र में रखना होगा।
In his remarks, French President Emmanuel Macron said India and France will help shape AI's future by combining innovation with responsibility and ensuring safety through global cooperation. OpenAI CEO Sam Altman warned superintelligent AI could surpass human expertise within years, calling for urgent international oversight. Anthropic CEO Dario Amodei said AI may exceed most human cognitive abilities soon, describing a potential country of geniuses in a data center, and sought safety partnerships with India. Google CEO Sundar Pichai announced a full-stack AI hub in Visakhapatnam. While Indian billionaire Mukesh Ambani said Reliance and Jio will invest $110 billion in AI infrastructure, part of over $200 billion pledged.
India's Commerce and Trade Minister Piyush Goyal highlighted India's recent record of concluding 9 free trade agreements within a short span of 4 years, some of which had been under discussion for nearly 2 decades. Speaking at the Global Economic Cooperation Summit in Mumbai on Wednesday, Goyal said that the country is at the forefront of building alliances and trade and investment imperatives with the rest of the world. The minister also outlined an expansive vision of India's economic diplomacy, asserting that engagement, trust and negotiating from a position of strength have defined the country's recent trade successes. Goyal noted that the country is working toward becoming a $30-35 trillion economy by 2047. At the same time, he underscored that national sensitivities remain paramount. Amid concerns over the details of the trade deal with the US, Goyal said safeguarding farmers, MSMEs, fishermen and jobs have been central to negotiations.
And truly, I believe that India today is at the forefront of building alliances, building friendships, aligning our own trade, our own investment imperatives with the rest of the world. End of the day, we are looking for a $30-35 trillion economy by 2047 to power India into the League of Developed Nations. And that's how we'll bring prosperity to all people.
And Pakistan's Supreme Court on Wednesday issued a notice to the Election Commission of Pakistan over its decision to disqualify PTI founder Imran Khan for 5 years following his conviction in the Tosha Khana concealment of assets case. A three-judge bench took up multiple petitions challenging the electoral ban. During the hearing, the court questioned why the ECP notification had not been directly challenged and observed that the commission should be heard before any relief is considered. Imran Khan's counsel argued that although the sentence had been suspended by the Islamabad High Court, the conviction's impact on disqualification should also be reconsidered, citing a 2019 Supreme Court ruling. However, the bench noted that suspension of sentence does not automatically nullify conviction unless specifically ordered. The court adjourned proceedings indefinitely while seeking the poll body's response. 73-year-old Imran Khan has been in jail since August 2023, serving a 14-year sentence on corruption charges, one of dozens of cases he says were made up in order for the army to keep him out of politics. The military, however, denies the charge. Moving on. Bangladesh's new Prime Minister Tariq Rahman has pledged to stabilize prices during Ramadan, restore the rule of law and push ahead with economic and infrastructure reforms. With the annual inflation at 8.5% in January 2026, citizens are hoping for some curb in prices. A report.
Bangladesh's new Prime Minister Tariq Rahman, in a televised address late on Wednesday, pledged to stabilize prices during the holy month of Ramadan, restore the rule of law, and advance economic and infrastructure reforms. Rahman extended Ramadan greetings at the start of the holy month and warned traders against profiteering. The prices of staples typically surge during Ramadan due to increased demand. Meanwhile, Bangladeshis also hope for the curb in the surging food inflation and its prices as they prepare to begin the holy month.
আমাদের নতুন গভর্নমেন্ট আছে এরা যদি এটার ভূমিকা নেয় ইনশাআল্লাহ তাহলে দেখা যাবে 2-4-5 দিন যাক না এরা তো হবে বসছে কালকে শপথ গ্রহণ কর ইনশাআল্লাহ বসুক বসে আমাদের মাননীয় নতুন প্রধানমন্ত্রী উনি যদি কমাইতে পারে কমাইবো উনি ওনার নিয়ন্ত্রণে আনবে তো চেষ্টা তো করবে উনি বসুক ওনার সময় দিতে হবে তো এখন এইটা কিন্তু গতবারের চেয়ে এবার অনেক বেশি.
Traders emphasized that the recent spike in prices have been especially steep in the past few weeks. Some attributed the surge to disruptions around the election, with reduced traffic and holiday closures slowing the movement of goods. Inflation remains elevated in the South Asian nation. Bangladesh's annual inflation stood at 8.58% in January 2026, the highest since May 2025, with food prices continuing to strain household budgets, informed Reuters.
এই বিষয়ে তারা এই বাজারের খবরদারি মাধ্যমে মনিটরিং এর মাধ্যমে এই বাজার মানে সাধারণ মানুষ যেন সুন্দরভাবে রমজানকে উপভোগ করতে পারে সেই বিষয়ে চেষ্টা করতে পারবে.
The Muslim majority nation is grappled with multiple problems, including restoring political stability, rebuilding investor confidence, and reviving key industries, such as the garment sector after the 2024 uprising that brought down the government of Sheikh Hasina.
And former Nepali King Gyanendra Shah has called for broad national consensus ahead of the March 5 House of Representatives election, saying that polls alone cannot address Nepal's deep-rooted challenges. In a video message issued on the eve of Democracy Day, Shah described the country as passing through one of the most painful phases in its history and urged political forces to resolve pressing national issues before heading to the ballot. His remarks come as Nepal prepares for snap elections triggered by the 2025 Gen Z uprising that led to the dissolution of parliament and the ouster of then Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli. Meanwhile, the pro-monarchist Rashtriya Prajatantra Party is contesting the polls with a renewed call for the restoration of the monarchy. Nepal abolished its centuries-old monarchy in 2006 following mass protests known as People's Movement II, ushering in a republican democratic system.
प्रजातान्त्रिक प्रणालीमा प्रतिनिधि छनौटको आभादिक निर्वाचन एक स्वाभाविक प्रक्रिया भए तापनि यतिखेरको आम जनभावना यो छ कि मुलुकमा पहिले राष्ट्रिय समस्याको समाधान गरेर मात्र आसान निर्वाचन प्रक्रियातर्फ जानु उचित हुने र निर्वाचन पछि कुनै द्वन्द्व अशान्ति र खिचातानी नहोस् भन्ने विषयलाई ध्यानमा राखेर राष्ट्रिय सहमति र सबैलाई समेटेर जाने समझदारी बनाएर मात्र निर्वाचनमा जाँदा नै त्यस
Moving on. At least 22 Indian fishermen were arrested and their 4 boats were seized in 2 different incidents for allegedly poaching in Sri Lankan waters north of Mannar and off the Delt island, Jaffna, on Wednesday. The Sri Lankan Navy in a statement said 2 seized boats with 10 fishermen held in Mannar were handed over to the fisheries inspector of Mannar, and the remaining 2 fishing boats intercepted off the Delt island with 12 Indian fishermen were handed over to the authorities in Milde for onward legal proceedings. Meanwhile, in a separate incident, 11 fishermen from India's Tamil Nadu were returned to Chennai on Thursday. They had ventured into the sea in a mechanized boat for fishing in July 2025. The prolonged dispute over fishing rights has been a source of tension for many years, as both countries share an expensive oceanic border without any perceptible demarcation. Fishermen from both sides frequently stray into each other's territory while netting their catch and end up spending years in jails. That's all in tonight's edition. We will see you same time tomorrow. Till then, good night.
Tag TV brings you daily news bulletin from India. Breaking news and views from India.